Math God Adams. This is block 4 from topic 5 in our book on page 149. First thing I want us to do today is to get a sticky note, and we're going to have a sticky note titled Additive Inverse. Yesterday we looked at number lines with adding integers, so what do you think we're going to look at on the number line today? Subtracting integers. But our main objective with subtracting integers is we're going to be adding the opposite. So we're changing our subtraction problems to addition problems. So basically we're doing the same thing we did yesterday, and it's going to be real nice and easy. So we're writing this on a sticky note, placing it somewhere in block 4. Alright, so we're going to use this information to work our problem. So number 1 says 6 minus 4. Well, we're no dummies here. We know what that answer is, but that's not the purpose of our lesson. We're learning how to work number lines. Okay? So it's a subtraction problem. We want to change all subtraction problems to addition. To do that, we do the additive inverse. So we're going to take 6, change it to an addition problem, and we take the opposite of that second number. Right now, it is a positive 4. What is opposite of a positive 4? Negative 4. Okay? So I changed it to an addition problem. That means the same thing. So now I can draw my number lines. I have a positive 6. Am I going to continue in the positive direction or head towards the negative?
Head towards the negative.
Head towards the negative, and how long is that line?
4.
It's going to be 4. So I'm labeling it negative 4, and what would be my final answer for this problem? 2. So essentially we're doing the same thing as we did yesterday, because we're changing all our problems to addition, and it makes life easy. Okay, let's take a look at B. B says 6 minus 9. I notice it's a subtraction problem, so I want to rewrite it as addition. So I'm going to do 6 plus what? Negative 9. Now I'm able to model it on my number line. So I'm going to draw my first arrow to where? 6. Am I going to continue heading in the positive direction or head to the negative?
Negative.
Okay, and that line needs to be 9 long, so 6, 7, 8, 9. We head, and where did we stop? Negative 3 would be my answer. Alrighty. Let's take a look at C. Negative 3 minus a negative 5. We always write the first number like we see it. Change to addition. Now I need to know the opposite of what number? Negative 5. So what is the opposite of negative 5? Positive 5. So my problem now looks like that, which is kind of better because it kind of looked kind of messy and chaotic at first. Where is my first line going to be drawn? 0 to negative 3. Headed more negative or headed positive?
Positive.
Positive, and how long is that line?
5.
5. It stops at a positive 2. Okay, D asks, subtracting a number is the same as its additive inverse, is what we found. So D is additive inverse. You can write that down. Then going to number 2, what do the values in the number sentence tell you about the distance on the number line? It tells me the distance between two numbers. The positive and negative signs tells me direction. Okay. We're on number 3, and number 3 you can get online and look at that. It would be page 10 if you want to go over that. I'm going to skip ahead and go to problem 4. Number 4 says find the sum. So I see 10 plus a negative 4. Does anybody know what that is without using the number line?
6.
Okay, a positive or a negative 6?
Positive.
Positive. Some of us need to use the number line, and that's okay. That's why I put little number line strips in your basket. If you need to see a number line to solve the problem, you could always use those. So 10 plus a negative 4 is 6. Well, what about negative 4 plus 10? What is that?
6.
Positive?
Positive 6.
It is positive. How is those two getting the same answer?
Because
Yeah, I think.
Does order matter in addition?
No.
Is 1 plus 2 the same thing as 2 plus 1?
Yes.
Okay, so order doesn't matter with addition. Okay, well let's look at subtraction here. Well, what is 10 minus 4?
6.
6.
Positive 6.
Positive 6. What about 4 minus 10?
6.
Negative 6.
Because
Did I get the same answer then?
No.
No.
Because it doesn't. Because it doesn't. In subtraction, it doesn't have.
Subtraction order does matter. You can't flop the order of the problem around. Very good. So, to sum that up on number 6, can you explain why the results happened? And that is because addition is commutative. Commutative means order does not matter. Subtraction is not commutative. Order does matter. So that is number 6. We are going to go ahead and skip to problem 10, which is part of our homework. And I'm going to explain what they're wanting here. Problem 10 says to rewrite each subtraction problem as an equivalent addition problem, then solve. So I first have to rewrite it. So negative 2 minus a negative 8. How do I change that to an addition? Negative 2 what? Plus a positive 8. Okay? Then it asked us to solve it. So, does anyone know what a negative 2 plus 8 is?
Positive 6.
Positive 6. So they also want the answer. So that's what we're doing on all of problem 10's problems. Let's take a look at 11. 11 says, find the value of n that makes each equation true. Sketch a number line to help you reason about the situation. So it says negative 10, and it turns to a negative 15. So my first arrow was drawn to what in this problem?
Negative 10.
Negative 10. And we ended at what number?
Negative 15.
How did negative 10, did it continue to the negative,
Yes,
or did
ma'am.
it go towards the
It
positive?
continued to the negative.
So what do I need to add
15. No.
to get a negative 15?
Negative 5.
A negative 5.
Yeah.
Because it is 5 away in the negative direction. So n has to be negative 5. So that's how they want you to work problems on 11. So problem 10 and 11, is what is for homework. You have class time right now to work on it. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and peace out, home dogs.
Have a good